Many people struggle with parenting. This long-term process takes time and practice. That's why Karen Purvis offers her professional experience to local residents.
The thing that I like the most really is that she gives a ton of, she cites where she's learned things from. There's so many studies, that she can point to.
The program itself, we're in our pilot study the first time it started, so the classes just got underway in January, and I've been creating the program since around November of 2013. And as I thought about it, I didn't have the greatest childhood and upbringing, which has affected me throughout my life, and I thought if there's one thing I know it's the pain of not having security.
Joining us now is the creator of Secure Parenting herself, Karen Purvis, to tell us more about her program. Thank you so much for coming on today.
It's really my pleasure.
So we saw a little clip of what your program is about, but can you tell us a little more?
Well, it's the first of its kind program in the world, and I really thought there would be other programs like this that I could join, but when I found that there wasn't, I wanted to go ahead and create this. And what it really is a program for parents of toddlers, or we say between ages 20 and 40 months, and both the parents and the toddlers come to an 8-week session, 2 hours per week, and the parents are in a parent education portion with myself and another co-facilitator who is a parent, and the toddlers are in a second room or second portion where they're cared for by toddler care facilitators. And then at the end of the session each week we bring the toddlers back with their parents so we can work on the concepts that we covered that week.
That's awesome. So it's not just the parents coming in, it's also the little toddlers as well, so they can work together.
Absolutely, and it's 100% free, so it's the parent education class is free, as well as the child care while the program is happening is free, and so it's wonderful that we can provide this for community residents.
And what inspired you to create this program?
Well, like I say, I really feel that once I found the research, once I found that there's so many problems that happen later on in life as a result of children not having what we call a secure base or really feeling a sense of security, that actually literally there are correlations with obesity, there are correlations with poor grades in school, there are correlations with actually crimes, violent crimes, divorce rates. There's unbelievable correlations that come from this particular either getting this or lack of getting this in early childhood. And once I found that out, I thought there's nothing more important than I can do with the next 20 years of my life than commit to this type of project.
So what does it mean to you to help out future generations with all those problems?
Well, I really feel it's my life purpose. So I've been helping people in the last part of my career. The first part of my career I helped animals. The next part of my career I helped adults, and now I'm helping adults and children. So I really feel like I want to impact the world in a positive way, and this is a way that I can impact the world not only in a positive way right now, but that we're going to create children that are going to raise children that will parent in this manner too. So it's really a powerful process.
So you just started helping every organization, now you moved up to your main goal?
Right,
Awesome.
Absolutely, yes.
So how do you think parenting has evolved from back in the past to now?
Well, I think there's been so many changes, and I think generationally we see a lot of cycles where one thing might be popular, strictness might be popular, and then there might be more laissez-faire kind of idea. And I really think the concept is balance, whether it's 100 years ago or 10 years ago or now. I really think there's opportunities for having children feel secure. At the same time, limits are set. So it's not a matter of anything goes, but it's a matter of you can feel whatever you want to feel, but limits will also be set. The parent is ultimately in charge.
And how does your parenting class differ from all the rest?
That's a great question. We focus strictly on the emotional connection. So a lot of parenting classes are about discipline. They're about what language skills should they be developing, what motor skills should they be developing. And they're across the board. They're at later ages. A lot of parenting classes, some are prenatal or toddler, but they don't specifically focus on this 2 to 3 year old range, and they don't specifically focus on emotional emotions and brain development, what's happening in the toddler's brain during this time, and how the parent's language, emotions, and choices can affect the brain development in their toddler. So it's very specific to emotional development in this age range.
And quickly, before we go, I know you mentioned feel felt, that
Yes.
toddlers like to be feel felt. Can you explain that to me a little bit?
Right. I think it's the idea when somebody understands you, or just when you're explaining the story, something happened to you, whether it's something positive or something negative, and somebody says something empathetic, where they're like, wow, that must have been really hard, or like, how exciting for you. You know, when someone says something like that, you just kind of get this feeling like they understand me. You know, I matter, I exist. And so that's something that's been called feeling felt. That's a term Dr. Dan Siegel uses, and I love it as well, to have that children getting that feeling, even if they're not going to get permitted to do everything they want to do, that they have that sense of, I feel like you get me.
It's amazing. Well, I wish you all the luck in your pilot studies, and hopefully we'll start seeing your name around with your secure parenting.
Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Yeah, I really appreciate